Hi everyone. I'm going to continue on now with the second part of the process where we're going to learn how to download the student data files. Now in step 1 I showed you how to create the file folder system so you'll know where to save the files when you need them in the various assignments. So I'm going to assume that you've completed step 1 here, which tells you to create the file folders. Let's assume that that has already been done. Now, let's go on to part 2 of this lesson. I'm now going to show you how to actually download the student files into the proper file folders that we have up above. Now, I want to stress again that this procedure we're learning here is for PCs. No Macintoshes can be used to download the files directly onto the Macintosh. It's a real complicated process, so everybody use the process I'm showing here. All you Mac users will do is just follow these same directions and save them to a stick drive on a PC, and then you can take the PC out and use it on your Macintosh. Okay, so once again, let's start at the beginning here. I showed you in step 1 how to create the file folders in which you'll save the appropriate files. Step 2 now is how do you actually download the student files. Alright, so let's begin. First thing you need to do is to go to your browser and enter cengagebrain.com. I'll leave that there for a second. cengagebrain.com. That's what you want to type into your browser. Alright, and notice on this page here I've also given you the ISBN number of the book that you're going to use when you go to Cengage. Okay, so let's begin. Let's go to our browser, and I'm going to use Firefox. You can use whatever browser you want. In Firefox, I'm going to type cengagebrain.com, cengagebrain.com, and press enter. Okay, at this point you are asked to enter the ISBN number of the book that you're using, and the ISBN number is this. Right click, and I'm going to paste it in. That is the ISBN number that you're going to be entering, 978-1-285-16602-5. That number is on the back of your textbook under student copy ISBN number, and it's also on the direction sheet that I showed you as I started this video. Okay, so now click the search box. And here is your textbook. Yes, this is the correct book. This is what we want. So now we have to go to the bottom of the screen, whoops, where it just said a second ago, free materials. See where it says free materials here on the bottom tab? Click on free materials. And it takes a second for this to act. Whoops, I guess we have to scroll down a little bit. Okay, yeah, you click on free materials, and then you have to scroll up a little bit to get to this box here where it says access now. So we've got free material tabs, and now we're clicking on the access now tab. Once that comes up, we now need to go down to, on the left hand side, where it says Data Files for Students. It's under the Book Resources section, and it's under right here, Data Files for Students. I'm moving my mouse so you can see it. Click on Data Files for Students. Now, please note, we are going to be downloading the files for Access, Chapter 1, 2, and 3. The data files for Microsoft Word, Chapters 1, 2, and 3. Data files for PowerPoint, Chapters 1 and 2 only. Data files for Outlook. We're not going to be doing Outlook. And data files for PowerPoint Chapter 3. Actually, you can download the Chapter 3 one anyway, just in case. I think we will use those. And the next one is don't bother downloading Office for Windows and Windows 8 and let's see, you can do PowerPoint Chapter 3, I guess is all right. And we'll do data files for Excel Chapters 1 through 3. Now, I'm going to take you step by step on how to do this, so don't have to worry about memorizing what I just went through. All right, let's begin with the Access Files, Chapter 1 through 3, where it says Download Now. It's a zip file. Double-click on that. And it says this is a zip file. Do you want to save it? Let's click OK. Now, mine is throwing it up here into the download dialog arrow here. So, okay, now I'm going to click on, once that arrow is green now, so click on it, and here it is right here. This is the zip file that I want. So I'm going to click, double click, I'm going to open that up. Now, where do I want to save that data? Well, first of all, I'm going to save it into, let's open it first. And 1, 2, okay, open it first, and then click on the Chapter 1 file folder. Hold the Shift key down, and Now hold the Shift key down and click on Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. Now right-click on that and choose Cut. Cut. Okay, now let's go over to, I asked you on the desktop in the previous thing to create a file folder for My Student Downloads. We did that in the previous video. Now, with that there, let's double click and open the file folder. Once it's open, click onto the Access File folder and right click and choose Paste. And there are 20 items moving into that. We're not going to use all 20. In fact, I don't think we use any in Access. There we go. Now I'm going to double click on Access just to show you. See, that's Chapter 1 files in Access. And those are the ones that are available to us in Chapter 1 in Access. So, fine, we've got those loaded there. So let me close out of that. Now let me go down to Word Chapters 1 through 3. So we'll double click on the Download Now for the zip file for Word. And when it comes up, it says Save File. Click OK. Now it's saving them into my downloads. So I'm going to hit this arrow here to save the progress of the downloads. Click on that. And when it comes up, I'm going to double click on this. This is the word processing files. Okay, see, Word Datas, Chapters 1 through 3. Now, I'm going to double click on that to open it up, and you'll see there are 3 chapters of documents that I need for word processing. So I'm going to hold my Shift key down. I'm going to click on the first one. Click on the first one. Now hold the Shift key down and click on the second one and click on the third one. Next, right-click on those and choose Cut, because we don't want to save them there. Now, let's go back to the desktop. And remember, I had you open up this My ITC 117 Student Downloads. Double click to open that. And now click on the word processing file folder and highlight it. And then right click and choose Paste. And it's downloading 27 items. We're not going to use all those, but there are some that we will use. Okay, and I'll click on the word processing files folder just to show you that the files are there for Chapter 1. These are the file folders. You'll recognize some of these things. These files, these pictures, you're going to be using those when you do your own work in word processing. Anyway, let me click Close on that. All right, next thing we want to do is come down to PowerPoint Chapters 1 and 2. So let's double click on that zip file. We're going to click Save It. Okay. Then we're going to click on our download arrow when it's green. And I'm going to double click on the file I just had. And it's PowerPoint Chapters 1 and 2. Double click on it. When it opens up, I'm going to click on Chapter 1. Hold the Shift key down and click on Chapter 2. Right click and choose Cut out of there because we don't want it there. I'm going to go back to my desktop. I'm going to go where I had my student download file folder. Click on that, double click, And this is the PowerPoint. Yike, I think it was PowerPoint I just did. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to right click on the PowerPoint folder and click paste. And there it is from PowerPoint. You see, you got to pay attention to which. I'll do this quickly, so I don't want to make the video, but don't do it too hastily when you do it. Make sure you put the right files in the right folders. And it's moving a bunch of PowerPoint folder files. Okay, and to show you, I'll double click on PowerPoint files. There's the files I need for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 and so forth. So just skip that. All right, now you can see the ones that I've downloaded already are a different color blue. Let's see, my next one, I don't need Outlook. I do not need Outlook chapters. Don't need them, so I won't do it. PowerPoint Chapter 3, yes, I want that. So double click on that one. And click OK, save the file. And she's taking 1 minute. It's going to download those files. It's going to take a minute to do it. Bear with me a minute because it does take a while to download some of these things. So just keep an eye on your display the progress of your ongoing downloads. Yeah, files that have a lot of pictures and media in them especially, they take a long time to download. This is moving along pretty well though. It'll only take a minute because there's a lot of files that we're downloading on this one. Now it's down to 19 seconds. Hopefully it's right. And we're really getting down there now. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. 2, 1. Okay, now it's a green arrow, it's done. Double click on it. Double click on the file folder to open it up here. And here it is, PowerPoint Data, Chapter 3. I'll double click on that. Oops, well, it doesn't matter, I didn't cut it. Let me go back, let's see. Oh, here's Chapter 3. So I'm going to just going to right click on this one because it's only Chapter 3. I'm going to click cut. I just cut Chapter 3 out of there. And then I'm going to go back to the desktop. Let's see, wait a minute, I seem to have not located my folder properly. What happened to it here? Let me go back. Here it is. Okay, let me go back to what it was a second ago. PowerPoint data files. I'm going to right click and choose cut. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to my desktop and go back to my student downloads. And this was a PowerPoint folder, so I'm going to highlight PowerPoint and right click and choose paste. And 15 more items. I mean, this isn't difficult. It just takes a little bit of time to do it. I'll try to speed it up as much as I can. We're almost done. And again, you people who are using Macintoshes, you should be doing this procedure on a PC, saving the work to a stick drive. When we're done, you'll take out your stick drive, put it in your Mac, and just transfer them to your own computer. Okay, let's close out of that, and let's finish this up here. We do not need Office and Windows files, so we'll skip that. We've got PowerPoint Chapter 3 Part 2. All right, well this PowerPoint, yeah, we'll do that. And double click on that one and click OK. This is going to take a long time to download again. Well, we can't do anything, we just have to wait. But don't worry, there's only one more download to make. And when I've done that one, we'll have completed all the download process. A few seconds left now. You know, once you've done a couple of these, the procedure, you'll understand it easy. Now let's click on the arrow and double click to open it up. And again, I want to right-click on this and just choose Cut, because this is not where I want these files to be. I want them to go onto the desktop, and I want them to go into my student download file folder. And these were PowerPoint files again. So I'm going to highlight PowerPoint file folder, right-click, and choose Paste. And hopefully without this, we're using any of the downloads, we have to download them all in order to make them available for our classwork. So it's kind of annoying to download them all and not use very many, but we got to do it. And it's almost done. Okay, now I'm just going to go close out of this and go right back to the last one. I do want to download the Excel chapters, okay? And I'll double click on download the Excel chapters 1 through 3, and I'll click OK to save it. And that loaded right up. I'll double click on my download arrow because it's finished. Double click on the Excel one here. I'm going to right click and cut this one out of here. I don't want it there. Remember, I want it to go into my desktop file folder that says My Student Downloads. And it's supposed to be in the Excel file folder. So highlight Excel, right click and choose Paste. Okay, and that's done. Now, let me finish up here by explaining. Once again, the only files we're concerned about are the ones we're doing. We're doing 4 units. The Access unit, so anything here on the list that says Access, we want to download. We're doing the Word Processing unit, so anything that says Word, we want to download. We're doing PowerPoint unit. Anything that says PowerPoint on it, we want to download. Outlook, we're not doing that, so don't download it. Here's PowerPoint chapter. Yep, we're going to download that. Here's one for Office and Windows. Nope, we're not going to do that. Here's one that says PowerPoint chapters. Yep, you're going to download it. And the last one says Excel chapters. Yes, we're going to download that. So let's take a look at what we've accomplished. I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to click on, I'm on Windows Explorer. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to my desktop, and now I have a file folder on my desktop called My Student Downloads by TC117. Now, let's click on that folder and open it. Now, when you do the word processing unit, they're going to ask you to insert a photograph from your student downloads in word processing. Fine, just go to word processing files, and if you're doing chapter 1, it's going to be in chapter 1. So click chapter 1, and one of the ones you're going to use is, I know you're going to use a squirrel somewhere and whatever, but you won't use all of them, but you will use some. And that's where those files will come from when they tell you to insert a student download file. Sometimes they're pictures, sometimes they're Excel documents, sometimes they're PowerPoint documents, whatever. Okay, so now let me close out of that and get back to here. Okay, so now we've completed step 1 where you learned how to create these file folders. We've completed step 2, which showed you how to download those files into those student file folders. And now in step 3, I want you to do this process just as I did. So for step 3, you can just do this yourself now. Step A, create the files on the desktop folder like I showed you. Then go to your browser and go to cengage.com, and here's the ISBN number I told you. You can just copy that and paste it. Download the files into the appropriate folders. And then once you're done with that, I want you to return to the Start Here assignment that you had been working on. On the Start Here assignment, it brought you to this page. And now that this work is done, now go back to the Start Here assignment and pick up from where you left off. And that will be at step 4. That's where you print out the due date calendar. Okay, good luck. I hope you have no trouble with this. It should work out really well. Okay, any problems or issues, send me an email or give me a call. Good luck. Thanks. Bye.